Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm doing my everyday makeup routine. This is going to be a talk through video. And I'm just going to sit down and chat with you guys and talk through the process of how I do my makeup on an everyday basis and why I use the products that I use. This is a minimal look for me. I know this might be a lot for a lot of people. I don't know why they're like the loudest motorcycles outside of my window every single day. This might be a lot for some of you, but for me, this is more on like the minimal side. This is nowhere near like a no makeup look. I'm gonna do a video on that soon, but this is just more of like a natural, wearable, everyday, go to school, go to work, go run your errands, be a soccer mom, do your thing. I don't care what your life is. This is wearable, in my opinion. If I saw any of you out looking like this, I would tell you guys that you look fantastic. So yeah, if you wanna see some of my favorite go-to products right now, and how I apply all of that on my face, then please keep watching. Okay, so today is a perfect day to do this tutorial for you guys because I am having a horrible skin day. Do you see this? You see these three right here? These are popped aliens on my face. 3 of them. Do you know why I got them? Let me teach you. Let me teach you something. Don't sleep with your makeup on your face. Just don't do it. Last night, for the first time in a very long time, I slept with not just like a BB cream and some concealer on my face. I had a full face of makeup on. I don't know what I was thinking. I had so much time to wash my face and do my whole routine and everything like that, but I just didn't do it. And then this happened. I literally woke up with like growths. So that plus Mother Nature is like the biggest bitch on the planet, so in conjunction with each other, we have this. So I'm sick of you guys always saying, oh my god, you have perfect skin. I don't. I break out just like everybody else. And finally, I can show you what's going on. And a lot of people complain that they can't like see the coverage of foundations on my skin because my skin is so perfect. So hopefully today you guys can see the coverage of my foundations better. And yeah. So I'm excited. I'm kind of excited that I broke out in a way. Maybe this was meant to be because I was planning on filming this video and my skin was like, no, you need some blemishes because these girls are not having it. So this is like on an everyday basis. I don't wear makeup every single day, but like let's say you're gonna tell me that, guess what, Dona, you're gonna wake up today, you're gonna hang out with some friends, you're gonna go to the mall, you're gonna go food shopping, run all your errands, and you're gonna be out all day long. So if that is the case, I'm pretty much gonna do like a full face of makeup, but on a more toned down version. I'm just gonna show you like my favorite everyday kind of products, and they do switch out all the time because I am a beauty vlogger. I have a lot of makeup. I'm not trying to brag or anything like that, but I'm just saying like it's impossible for me to just use the same stuff every day. Like that would be such a waste, but I'm showing you like the types of products that I would use on an everyday basis. So to lay down my base for like a primer, I would use this BB cream. I love this. I have like different variations of this from different brands. This is by Tarte. It's called the Amazonian Clay Illuminizing Moisturizer, and it's amazing. It comes out like with this little brownish tint to it, but it really just blends into your skin and makes you look super dewy. I just like to use this as a primer because I don't know how many times I've said this, I don't like silicone based primers too much, and I tend to not use them especially during the winter months. So I actually just like to take this on my Tarte like big buffing brush and just buff that all over my skin. I think this makes your skin look very healthy and glowy, especially in the winter. I don't know about you, but my problem is I get dry skin. And this morning I actually woke up with like cracks around my nose and stuff like that, which I never really have that bad. So now that that's all pretty much blended out, I like to take some light foundation. So today I'm going to use the Naked Skin by Urban Decay. These are super lightweight. I like to mix these 2 colors to get my perfect shade. It's 3.5 and 1.0. I just put a little bit, like half a pump of 3.5 and like the same amount of the 1.0. And I just mix that, dot it all over my face. And then I like to take my Heavenly Luxe brush from It Cosmetics. I just like this brush a lot lately. It's really just simple. And I just stipple this all over my face. I like to avoid putting too much foundation underneath my eyes. I've recently learned that that's one of the main reasons why I get such bad creasing underneath my eyes, because I cake up too much product under there. So that's a little trick for you guys, to just kind of keep the foundation down here, because you're going to conceal anyway. You don't need foundation underneath your eyes. It's just like too much. It's too heavy, and it's going to crease and cake up and not look cute. So that pretty much covered all those unnecessary things on my face, which will hopefully be gone by tomorrow. I'm going to give myself the ultimate facial today and use like 92 products because I'm so annoyed. Anyway, so I have these new concealers and correctors from Makeup Forever, so I kind of want to use some of these. There's this really nice orangey one that I've been playing around with. It's like super, super orange. But one thing, like if I'm wearing like more of a minimal makeup look like this is minimal for me. I'm not going to really go crazy with like highlighting and contouring, but I do want to really make sure that my skin looks good. And one problem that I have, I don't know if you can see, is that I have really intense dark circles. It's hereditary. Like a lot of people in my family have it. So I'm just going to take some of this orange concealer to cancel out all like the blue and whatever other disgusting color is underneath my eye. As you can see, it looks a little weird, and when I first did this I was like, I'm not sure if I'm into correcting, but it actually works. So I take this little tiny side from the Big Cosmetics brush. I love this brush, by the way. It's like one of my favorites. You're probably thinking, that looks crazy. Don't panic and don't worry. Do I look weird to you? So that's that. If I left it like this, that probably wouldn't be such a good look, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to take another concealer from Makeup Forever. This is in the shade R22. I don't know if this is a corrector concealer. I don't know. They're all like different. This is like a light shade, like a super light shade with a little bit of a pink tint to it, which I like. And I'm just using this under my eyes. I am not doing like the whole thing that I do all the time. And I'm just going to do like a tiny bit on my nose, right there. And here where I get like red and gross. Then I'm going to take one that's closer to my skin tone, and I'm going to apply that on those things that we shouldn't talk about too much because they don't deserve the attention. So I'm taking that same brush I used for my foundation, and I'm just really getting in there. You want to dab and not swipe. I say this all the time, but it's just really important because you don't want it to like slide all over your face. And I really am using minimal products today. Like I'm not putting a whole lot. I'm just using a tiny amount, just enough to do what I want it to do. You know what I mean? So I'm definitely going to want to set my under eyes. Usually I either go for the Bare Minerals Well Rested or the Laura Mercier Secret Brightening Powder. That's the one I'm going to use today. And I just put a little bit, that's a lot, a little bit in the cap. Swirl the brush in. This is my favorite to set my under eyes. This is the Real Techniques setting brush. Oh. And just dab that. I mean, I'm gonna have creasing no matter what because I just have these like hooded, is that the right word? I just got a lot going on underneath my eyes there. To set the rest of my face, I'm using my Urban Decay Naked Skin Ultra Definition Pressed Finishing Powder in the shade Naked Light because I'm pale. And I love this SK brush in 31 to set my foundation lately. I just really like it. And I just get a pretty good amount on the brush and just dab it in. You guys watch How to Get Away with Murder? I think it's supposed to come back February. I am so, like, you don't even know. I was sick for like a few days and I found that show on Netflix and I was like, I'll try it. And I watched the first 2 seasons and they have like 20 episodes each, I think. And they're like 40 minutes long. I did that in like 3 days. I'm pretty sure. It was like 3 or 4 days, but I was upset. I hate when I finish a show. And I also like that show Ghost Whisperer. I just want to know if anybody else watches that. It's on Netflix. I love it so much. They like canceled it in like the middle of a random season. I'm so mad about it. Whatever. I watched the whole series, or whatever you want to call it. I watched the whole show and I just want to watch it again, but it makes me kind of want to cry because I know I'm watching something that's ended. Does that make sense? Do any of you guys get like super emotional when a show is over? Like when you know like this is the last episode ever, do you just feel like depressed? I get like in a depression almost. I'm using my Estee Lauder Bronze Goddess. This is my favorite bronzer in the world, and I'm not really contouring today. Like I said before, we don't really, not that we don't got time for that, because I have time. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. I have time for that, but I'm just not, I don't feel it on a regular basis. I'm not gonna like walk in the grocery store or to the mall. I know that's like all I keep saying, but like what else do I do? And I'm not gonna just walk in there with like, you know, the stripes. I'm not gonna do it because, not because I care about what people think, but I care about what I think, and I just feel like that's too much. But if you like to do that, do it. Like, more power to you, but I just can't. So I just do this like bronzing, and it's good enough for me. It kind of looks like contouring in a way, like a more natural contour. I'm just doing half of my face to show you what like a difference a little bit of this Bronze Goddess can do in your life. And this is in the shade 02 Medium. This is seriously my favorite product ever. Every time like I try and use a different bronzer, I'm just like, no, you're not even close. Like, nice try, but you're not. See, this is like chocolate glazed donut, the one that everybody likes and like all the guys call to like Netflix and chill. That's her. And then this is like the plain donut with like nothing on it, barely tastes sweet, and everyone just like, that Dunkin' Donuts has like 1,000 left over at night that they'll give to you for free if you go there like 5 minutes before closing. And don't ask me how I know that, I just do. One thing I will do though, no matter what, is get my glow on. These are the new Anastasia glow kits. I feel like I want to do a separate video on these because there's just like so much. I'll show you them though. This one is That Glow. And don't be like deceived by the colors too. Some of them you're like, how would I use that? But when you swatch them on your hand, they actually look a lot different than what they look like in the pan, which is kind of nice. My favorite one that I've been using like all the time since I've got it, which was like 2 days ago, is this one called Starburst. And you're probably like, that is really pink, but no, it's actually not. It comes out so beautifully. I'm just obsessed. Obsessed. So I'm taking Starburst first, and I'm really not going as heavy as I normally would. And you guys, if you watch my channel, you would know that I go way heavier than this on a regular basis. But I'm just not going to do that to you guys today because this is an everyday look. And this is supposed to be very wearable. But you know what? I gotta have my highlight. So that's a little bit of that. And then I'm gonna take a more denser brush and Crushed Pearl, which is like really intense. Get a little bit of that going and just put it on the very highest points. You see that? I hope you can see it because the man on the moon can see it right now. One thing I really like to do lately is highlight my forehead. Like a lot. I don't know why, I just feel like it's a good look. It's probably not, but I like it. And that's what I do on like an everyday basis. And I like the shade Mimosa for that because it's more of like a tanner shade. And I'm just gonna like literally go like that. You probably think I'm crazy, but I just like the way this glow looks. Like I really, really, really like it. And then I'm gonna go back to that Crushed Pearl a little bit on my finger and do some damage right there. And then tip of the nose, just to make it look like I actually have some shape on my nose and not like, I don't even know what. And now I'm going to show you my secret weapon to a beautiful everyday look. You might think this is a lot. You can skip this step, but I use this entire Hourglass ambient lighting palette like every single time I do my makeup. And this brush by IT Cosmetics, it's their double airbrush ball powder brush. I take the shade Dim Light first, and I kind of just like work that all over my face. This just makes you look pretty much airbrushed, and like you have like really, really way better skin than what you actually have. I don't know if you can see this, but this brush is amazing for this because it like applies it like really nicely. And you can do this like on top of your bronzer, on top of your blush, whatever. And then I take this one called Radiant Light, which is like a much more bronzy one. And I swirl my brush in there, the same brush. And I just go over top where my bronzer and my highlight is. And this is just like a really like pearly bronzer. Like I can't explain it. It just makes your skin look really, really glowy and just pretty, and I love it so much, especially on the forehead. It just does my forehead some justice. And then I'm not going to forget the best one of all, this highlighting shade. And I know I already used some highlights, so normally I wouldn't do this, but I'm going to do it today anyway. Just apply a little bit of that because this is seriously gorgeous and like a very more toned down natural highlight, and I just love it. You might think this is a lot, but it's just my thing. Like I love to focus really hard. Like I go hard focusing on my skin on like an everyday basis. That's like the most important part of makeup in my opinion, for me at least, and this is just what I do. Like I'm not gonna lie to you and say I put BB cream on and a little bit of bronzer and I'm out the door. I mean, sometimes yeah I do that, of course. Like sometimes I don't, like a lot of times I don't wear makeup at all because I just don't care, but these are like the days that I have more time and I do care. This is what I'm gonna do. So next I'm taking this really pretty muted like mauve blush. This is called Romantic Rose by Milani. It's completely matte, and since I have so much glow going on my face right now already, I'm alright with this. So I just apply that like to the apples and blend it outward. I just really love this blush a lot. And I just love blush like so much. I never don't apply blush. Like if I have makeup on, even if I have BB cream and a little bit of mascara, I'm going to apply some blush because I just think it makes your cheeks look nice and like healthy. And I'm just blending that out. This brush is amazing for like blending all of your powders and everything and just making everything look kind of like melted into each other in like one and not just like streaks on your face. So when I'm done with everything, I don't have any product on this anymore. I just go like that. And I don't know if you noticed, but my brows are thinner because I thinned them out. And the reason why I did that is not because I didn't like my brows before or anything like that. I'm actually working on something. I'm not like coming out with a product or anything like that, not that I know of yet, but I'm working on something that is going to like help your brows grow. I'm trying to figure out like a formulation of products and things to make your brows and lashes grow. So I thinned them out quite a bit. I kind of doesn't look like it on camera, but I really did. Like especially like up top, like I really made them a lot thinner, and it's kind of bothering me. Like when I look in the mirror, I kind of don't recognize myself almost, but that's what makeup is for, so that's okay. And on an everyday basis, I just take my dark brown brow powder duo by Anastasia and this little amazing brush, and I mix like the light and dark shades. I don't really care, or I'm not like too precise, and I just like lightly fill in my brows. I don't go crazy because I don't want that like super harsh brow look unless I had like a lot going on with my eyes, which I don't. So I'm just gonna focus on making them look like a little bit more crisp and clean and a little bit more defined, but nothing too crazy, you know what I mean? So just to show you the difference, that's the untouched brow, and that's just with a little bit of this stuff and my spoolie. I love it. So those are the brows done, and since I'm not wearing any eyeshadow today, I'm going to take my powder that I used all over my face and just apply that on my lid, just because I have like pretty veiny lids and kind of just want to conceal all that. And even on the same brush, and as you can see, I'm not using many brushes. Like I reuse the same brushes over and over for different things, and I don't look like a hot mess, at least I don't think so, in my opinion. I'm going to take that same brush and a little bit of my bronzer, and I'm just going to like define my crease just a tiny bit, just to like give some more shape to my eye. That's all I'm trying to really do. And it's nice because it also matches like with everything else on my face, because it's the same products that I use on my face, so that all like ties in together. So my favorite lipsticks are MAC lipsticks. That's no surprise because I mention that all the time. And my two go-tos lately are Velvet Teddy and Blankety. I like to mix these two together or use them on their own. I think today I'm going to mix them together. And my favorite lip liners ever are all the Jordana ones, but I love the one Tawny because I feel like it goes with everything. It kind of just looks like your own natural lip line. So I'm gonna just go ahead and line my lips a little bit, and I do overdraw like literally the tiniest amount on like an everyday basis. Look at that air quote, that one little finger. Velvet Teddy. I did put a little bit of Blankety first, but then I changed my mind. And then I'm going to add a little bit of Velvet Teddy in the center, just to give it a more like ombre effect, except not really. So I thought I was recording, but I wasn't, but I just added some mascara. This is the Lancome Hypnose Drama Mascara in black, and I just do like a little light layer of that, and that's good for me for an everyday basis. So yeah, that is it guys. That is my everyday makeup routine. I'm sorry if this video was super long. I know I talk so much and all my videos are really long, but that's just who I am as a person. If you want me to make shorter videos, I'll try it. Please give this video a thumbs up if you did like it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I will see you guys next time.